Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Black Scary Stories. This is your host, Nicholas Black, coming to you from the shadowy depths of the interwebs. Tonight, we journey back in time to a town shrouded in mystery, where fear grips every soul and justice takes a twisted turn. Prepare to be haunted by the tale of the ghost of the hanged man. Lock your doors, dim your lights, and let's begin our descent into the shadows of Duskhaven. In the year of our Lord, 1877, the town of Duskhaven was in the grip of an unparalleled fear. A series of heinous murders had shaken the very core of this once peaceful town. Each victim had been left with a singular white feather, the signature of the killer, which remained the only clue to the culprit's identity. Rumors and whispers like an infectious disease swept through the streets of Duskhaven. The townsfolk needed someone to blame, a face to attach to the horrors that had befallen them. Their suspicious eyes soon settled upon Rober Schmale, a quiet man, often seen sketching the birds of the woods, particularly those that had rare white feathers. Robert was soon arrested and brought before a magistrate. The trial was a spectacle. Evidence? Barely there. Witnesses? Solely built upon hearsay. Yet the white feathers from the murder scenes, eerily similar to the ones Robert was seen sketching, became the fulcrum of his supposed guilt. The town, in its collective anxiety, was thirsty for justice, or at least what they perceived as justice. They believed that by condemning Robert, they would somehow restore peace to Duskhaven. The trial lasted 2 days. Robert was quickly convicted and sentenced to death by hanging. October 13th, a day that would be etched in infamy for Duskhaven. A hastily built gallows stood in the center of the town square. As Robert was led to his grim fate, he locked eyes with the gathered crowd, his voice unwavering. "You are making a grave mistake." His pleas fell on deaf ears. The crowd's thirst for retribution drowned out his final words, and once the deed was done, they left his lifeless form suspended, a stark reminder of their triumph over the evil they believed he embodied. Days turned into nights, and Robert's body remained hanging, swaying eerily with every gust of wind. The town had moved on, but little did they know, the real horror was yet to begin. Following Robert's gruesome end, an unsettling energy began to permeate Duskhaven. Residents whispered of strange occurrences, items inexplicably shifting places, once warm rooms turning ice cold in an instant, and an ever-present feeling of being watched. But the most chilling of all were the sightings of a ghostly figure, the unmistakable form of a hanged man, his silhouette eternally swaying in the periphery. The townsfolk would catch glimpses, just fleeting shadows in the corners of their eyes. Yet as soon as they tried to focus, the apparition would evaporate into the night, leaving them questioning their sanity. The very people who had been so eager to watch Robert hang now avoided the town square after dark, fearful of encountering the vengeful specter. Margaret, a young woman with a keen sense for the supernatural, soon became the epicenter of the haunting narrative. She claimed that one cold evening, as the mist wrapped itself around Duskhaven, she was able to communicate with the restless spirit. According to her, Robert's spirit whispered tales of his innocence, lamented the grave injustice done to him, and hinted that the real murderer, harboring dark secrets, still lurked among them. All Robert yearned for, he conveyed through Margaret, was a dignified burial and an acknowledgement of the town's grievous errors. The town was polarized. Many ridiculed Margaret, dismissing her claims as fabrications, yet others, already on the edge from reoccurring hauntings, were swayed by her revelations. Desperate to reclaim their peace, a faction of the townsfolk decided to give Robert a proper burial, praying this would put the restless spirit to ease. As they interred his remains, a sudden eerie gust of wind left everyone in stunned silence. as though the very earth was sighing in relief. But Duskhaven's past wasn't done with it. Several years later, as the town began to reclaim some semblance of normalcy, a tattered confession letter was discovered in the town's archives. The writer, another resident, admitted to the murders, describing in chilling detail how he placed white feathers at each crime scene. He wrote of being inspired by the birds Robert sketched, using this fascination to cast doubt upon the innocent man. The revelation shook Duskhaven to its core. The haunting tale of Rober Schmale served as a grim reminder of the perils of mob mentality and the grave injustices that can arise from unfounded fears. The town, forever scarred by its actions, became a cautionary tale, a testament to the importance of seeking the truth and the unending echoes of past wrongs. And so, dear listeners, the town of Duskhaven remains forever marked by the specter of the past, a haunting reminder of the perils of blind judgment and the echoes of the innocent. I trust tonight's tale serves as a caution for all of us, to seek truth, to show compassion, and to never let vengeance cloud our sight. This is Nicholas Black, signing off from Black Scary Stories. Remember, the darkest tales are often rooted in our very own history. Sleep tight, and may your dreams remain untouched by the hanged man's ghost.